Now let's go back over to Kennedy McGann, who is standing by with Professor Nordstrom.
Now, Professor Nordstrom, you wear many different hats in regards to coaching, teaching, and now we can throw playing into the arena with this game tonight. What do you like to do the best?
I like to wear a lot of hats, so a little bit of everything. It's fun to be out here in front of the students, and I get to talk about sport in my classroom all the time and get out here and pretend like I'm 18 again and get out here and play, so it's fun.
Wonderful. We're really glad to have you tonight, and now we're going to head over to Daniel and Ryan, who are going to be interviewing the future GSBA president.
Thank you, Kennedy. This has been a lot of fun. The game, not only is the game fun, but the halftime show as the half-court shot knocked down. Look at this. The spectacle continues even at the half. And speaking of spectacles, we are lucky here to have Mr. Caleb Dawson joining us. Caleb is the next GSBA president. Caleb, thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Now, what are you most looking forward to as the next GSBA president?
Oh, man. I'm excited to rally student leaders. I think we have a lot of great people in different organizations that can contribute, so I think it's going to be rallying people for the cause that they care about and getting some really dynamic collaborations together.
Awesome. And what was the number one reason why you wanted to run to be president?
Yeah, so I would say at Gonzaga, through all my involvements and experiences, I felt like I got to be in my element here. And so I wanted to make sure that more Gonzagas get to be in their element and get to thrive and flourish through the Gonzaga experience. So.
And now, as this is the inaugural Professor Basketball game,
yeah.
What do you think events like this kind of mean to the student body here?
Yeah, I think the cool thing about Gonzaga is that you don't have to be the center of attention to have a positive experience. That you can be here cheering someone else on. You don't have to be the one playing the game, and that we get to buy into that together. So I think events like this, where we get to support other Zags being successful, other Zags being in their element, I think that's what's really powerful about things like this.
Awesome. Another half-court shot. This is getting to be incredible. You know, you go to games in the Kennel, you get maybe one or two a year.
Yeah.
My good friend Lucas Schneidmiller did knock down a 3 this year.
There you go.
But 2 already to go here. What's been your favorite part about this whole event tonight?
About this whole event, man, I think it's how all out our professors are in. Like, they're just going at it. Like, they're trying trick shots, they're trick passes, shots that, like, we're like, no, they won't do it, but they go for it anyway. I'm like, I love how ambitious our professors are in this game.
To me, that they really seem to embody just what it means to be a Zag. It's not just a student. It's a certain type of professor that comes out here and wants to, put on a show, embarrass themselves, maybe just have some fun.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just all about the students.
That's right.
Now, this has been kind of our first collaboration with GSBA and GUTV. Where do you think this kind of relationship could go moving forward?
Yeah, I think the cool thing with GUTV is that they get to highlight and expose more Gonzaga students to what's going around all of campus. I mean, not every student can go at every single event, so having those televised, having those live streams so that students can maybe do homework and on the side be watching their GUTV in the same way that, we're doing our homework and watching GU basketball when they're away. I feel like the more we can incorporate those partnerships, the more we can celebrate the Gonzaga students doing their thing. So
awesome. Now, not only is Caleb our GSBA president, but Caleb was also on the cheer squad.
Yep.
We got Ryan Edwards on the basketball team. What's your guys' relationship been over your time at Gonzaga?
Well, my last couple of years I haven't really played a whole lot. I've usually been the guy, standing on the outside of the timeouts or sitting on the bench. So I've got some good time, looking over the bomb squad and seeing my guys dancing. And, man, Caleb, he's got the moves. It's unbelievable. It's a sight to see.
Yeah, and I actually started with cheer, and then sophomore year, I had to switch over to bomb squad and been doing that, and that's been so much fun. And it's cool too, because then I get to watch more of the basketball game and cheer people on from the stands. And it's been a great experience.
Now, are you going to continue to do Bomb Squad and be GSBA president?
I think that's my plan. With Gonzaga, we talk about pure personality and taking care of the whole self. I feel like making sure I do Bomb Squad, I have that recreational space cut out, is how I'm going to make sure that I'm having that fun, silly time too, and it's going to refresh me to do the work of GSBA. Yeah.
The very versatile Caleb Dawson. Man, oh man, what a spectacle this is. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun to bring people like Caleb here. And you know what? Moving forward, where could you see this Professor Basketball game going?
Man, we got to have both sides of the section filled. We got to, I wonder how, this definitely needs to be an annual thing, but I'm thinking we got to have the cheerleaders here cheering them on. We got chants. We got to have, the big posters with the teachers' faces on there. Yeah, we could do this big. We know how to do basketball games.
We sure do. I can attest to that firsthand.
Yeah.
So can Ryan, of course. Now, Man, oh man, this is it's just really something special to be a part of. You see this event, we think about how it could be visualized, and to see this many students come out, what do you think this says about students and just their care for the faculty here?
Yeah, I'd say it's a part. I think it goes both ways. I think as much as professors are invested in us and our education, that we love our professors. I mean, there are times when we've done events and we've, like last year, I got to host GU Town Tour. We were going to a social scene and a dining scene, and we had tons of faculty that are like, yeah, I would pay to go to dinner with students. Like, I'd go pay to hang out with them off campus. Our students and our faculty, it goes back and forth with that relationship. We love our faculty and staff. We're all Zags, you know?
Absolutely, it sure does. Well, Caleb, thank you so much for being here. It's been so much fun to kind of take a glimpse into the future, with you as the next GSBA president.
Yes.
Now let's go back over to Kennedy McGann, who's standing by with the man who's 1 for 2 from the field, 2 points, Professor Dan Garrity.
All right, I'm here with Professor Dan Garrity, who is my broadcasting teacher. Now, Dan, how was it to make that first bucket? What did it feel like?
Oh, it threw off my game plan. I wanted a double-double in turnovers and fouls, and I have to rethink my whole strategy.
Exactly. And now tell us about your tattoo. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
My understanding of the universe, the yin-yang, the Irish Trinity, I mean, come on, it's got it all.
Now you guys are crushing it. It's 26-13.
Yeah.
What are you expecting out of this second half?
I'm expecting our workhorses to keep on going. That AJ Hawk and Matt, they are just absolutely killing it. But you know what? The big deal is that everybody out there is smiling and high-fiving each other. Some of the kids in the stands are saying, you shouldn't congratulate them when they score on you, but it's a blast. Can you believe how many people are here? This is awesome.
Yeah.
What a great celebration.
Oh, we are having so much fun with it, and it was a great turnout too, so we're really happy about it. But thank you so much, and now we're going to go back to yeah, good luck. We're going to take it back to Ryan and Daniel, who are at the desk.
Thank you, Kennedy. Thank you, Professor Dan. And you guys both hit the nail on the head. This has been so much fun, such a fun and unique way to celebrate our faculty and get them doing what we do best here at Gonzaga, and that's basketball.
Exactly. He wasn't really talking about, statistic-wise and, like, what's going on here, what they have to change up differently. But, he's more excited about how fun everyone's having. A smile on their faces is – it's what's making it. It's getting the crowd into it as well. The crowd loves seeing these people enjoy themselves out here. It's awesome.
They sure do. Now let's kind of go back to a little basketball, though. What does the white team need to do to kind of get back into this one, you think?
With the score 26-13, a whole lot of stuff. They got to change up the offensive plan, the defensive plan. Mostly it's just get stops and get rebounds. Their offense game will come with defense.
We'll see it. Like you pointed out earlier, that size advantage for the blue team is really crushing them. You got guys like Geske and Jimmy Smith down low, banging for rebounds. Really, you're getting those extra opportunities. Kind of tough to score the ball when you don't have the ball.
Absolutely. It's a tough matchup. Geske, he's the biggest guy on the team, but you see him bringing the ball up the floor half the possessions. He's got good ball handling, good court awareness. He can really, see the open guy on the court. And so he's a very overall solid player.
Couple really good passes from Geske, and we're just about ready to start the second half here from the Martin Center. This is the inaugural Gonzaga Professor basketball game, and it's Jimmy Smith, who thought he was going to inbound the ball, but he's actually going to play defense as he walks away sadly. The 5 on the floor for the white team, it's Wasson, Bose, Smith, Flores, Tritton, and Warbeck. For the blue squad, it's Smith, Hoyk, Geske, Faig, and A.J. Hawk. Quick turnover to start the half. Hawk with the save. Faig puts it up. No good, gets it back, and it's in. Faig is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is all over the glass.
Yeah, he's the one you see, touching the backboard after every possession. He's just a hustler, trying to get those rebounds.
He can jump, too.
Absolutely.
Now Wasson with it, back to Smith Flores. Smith Flores had a big second quarter. Raj, no good from the baseline. Here comes Jimmy Smith and the hair. Over to Faig, the touch pass. A little too fancy maybe, but somehow Geske comes away. The step through, up and in. And the blue team starting off right where they left off.
Yeah, this white team needs to pick up their defensive. Everyone needs to start running back, just corral the middle of the paint and let the blue team, shoot jump shots instead of open layups.
Really got to get the good looks. Tyler Tritton from deep off the glass, first and no good. Rebound Hoik over to Jimmy Smith. Heather Hork dribbling up now. She is in the physics department. She's been at Gonzaga for 5 years. Out to A.J. Hawk. Hawk for three. A little short, but gets it right back. Puts it up again and just rolls out. Two wide open looks for A.J. Hawk. If you're the white team, you've got to contest on probably the best shooter on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. But right now, the white team, I think, smiling and just happy that none of those shots went in, so they can finally get an opportunity back on offense.
Another empty possession, and back comes the blue team. It's Jimmy Smith. Geske with it, had it swiped away by Wasson. Works out of the double team, finds Fag. Fag the pull-up jumper, up and in. Gets the crowd going.
As you were saying earlier, with his hops, he just jumped over the defense. It doesn't matter where they were at. He was just able to get that jump shot right over the top of him.
Another turnover, Jimmy Smith with active hands and some big contact. We got an offensive foul. Tyler Wasson draws the charge, took a bit of a beating as well. But the white team gets the ball back.
It's a very proactive play by Wasson, seeing the ball got turned over and able to get in front of the ball to stop the possession. It was a really good play by him.
Yeah, after that second look, he really took a big blow there from the bigger Jimmy Smith as Eddie Beer checks in for the white team. We'll see if Eddie can take over a little bit.
He's going to need to if White wants to stay in this game.
Wasson finding Beer. Beer dribbles, likes to shoot from the baseline, but gives out to Bose. Quick pass back and another steal. Jimmy Smith is looking like a defensive back here with all these interceptions in this second half.
Yeah, White they're throwing way too many careless passes. They need to be really, really strong on their ball control.
Geske, quick trigger three, no. And here comes Tritton. Tritton goes behind the back. A little bit of spin move, a step through, and is blocked. But Wasson gets it back, puts it up, puts it in. Reward for the hustle play. Brought those hands in there, swiped the ball away, and he's on the board with two.
Defense will lead to offense as long as you work hard at it.
Mowry finds the loose ball, turnaround off the glass and in. Here comes Eddie Beer. Wasson, another pull-up, no good. Tritton the board. Puts it up, no good. And again, Jimmy Smith, the ball's been in his hands so much here to start the third quarter. Here goes Fag, nice pass to Hoik, blocked from Tritton.
Big block by Tritton.
Exclamation point maybe from Tritton. Maybe a little bit of frustration. His team is almost down by 20 as he comes in full head of steam, sends that thing packing down the baseline. Pretty fun display of athleticism, too.
Absolutely.
We talked a little bit about how he might look a little bit like Sabonis. The block that doesn't help, doesn't hurt that image.
I know. It looks just like him out there getting some block shots.
We'll see if Tritton can translate that defense to offense as the Go Gonzaga chant breaks out here. Beer drives baseline. The no look. Smith Flores up and in. The fans here, a lot of the families, you can see a sign there that says, "Go Dad." These kids really having a good time watching some of their parents out here. It's not just the students. For some of these kids, they're so used to, oh, I'm going to go visit mommy or daddy at work. Oh, we're just going to be in the classroom. Hey, they're at work and they're out here playing basketball. So it really is a fun change of pace, not only for the students but for the families as well.
Absolutely. The kids get really involved just because the atmosphere here is just so positive, all the clapping and all the cheering, that they can't do anything else but just, cheer for their family and their mother or father. It's awesome.
Now Geske again, the step through. Man, oh man, that's a good move. Can't get it to go though, but Mowry, active hands on the offensive glass, puts it up and in, and that is a 21-point lead. Working inside to Bose. Bose, a strong move, no good. Tipped away, and here comes Geske. Matt Geske, been a big-time player for the blue team all the way, left hand, and good. That's a good move right there.
Yeah, his ball handling skills are very, very top-notch. He's definitely been working on his game.
That's not just like a professor basketball player. That might just be a basketball player.
Exactly. He
can really play.
He's been to a lot of noon ball days, it looks like.
Beerer, the king of noon ball from the baseline. And a timeout for the subs. Heidi Nordstrom returns for the white team. And the walking entertainment in the form of Suzanne Ostersmith back on the floor. I said walking, should have said dancing. Because that's all she's been doing is just dancing up and down the floor, and it's awesome.
Well, that's what she brought the shoes for. You see her out there with her dancing shoes, you know. That's just make her light on her feet for defense.
I don't think I've ever seen that before. They were just a hug in the third quarter of a basketball game. Suzanne Ostersmith lets us know that she has excellent chassés and pas de bourrées. No, I don't really know what that means. I was just kind of told to say that. Ostersmith, no good. Rebound, Geske. John Don fighting down low. Geske tries his luck from three, no good. Don, a little too much over the back, and a foul. Just over 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. The blue team winning this one 40-19.
Blue team has some good ball movement out there. You know, I think everyone touched the ball that last possession. It's really looking good out there for them.
We'll see if the white team can maybe get a bucket here and some momentum heading into the fourth quarter. They really need anything that they can get at this point. Nordstrom, the pump fake, drives baseline, has it blocked.
Oh.
Nice play from Don. Now pushing up with under 10 to go. Jimmy Smith works baseline. Nice touch pass to Geske at the horn, and that will do it for the third quarter. Our score at the end of the third, rather. Blue team 40, white team 19. Now, we've been talking all broadcast long about just the ball of entertainment that is Suzanne Ostersmith, and let's get to know a little bit more about Professor Ostersmith.
My students, how will they react to me playing basketball? Much like my husband did, I think, when I told him that I was doing this. What? But then they'll see my mastery and my skill, and so they'll say, oh, of course, Suzanne must have played in the Olympics, really, for basketball. That's how outstanding she is. My signature move, I think, is a deep lunge while dribbling. You know, if I'm in a deep third position, sometimes I think the chassés really help me give the edge up to the basket as well. But yeah, I had really talked with my team. I thought maybe we could meet at the dance studio and do a warm-up there, and they wouldn't have it. So, you know, they're lost. But all that dance is definitely going to come in very handy. How is dance going to help me on the court? Come on, isn't it obvious? My goodness, I've been playing nonstop, right? And I'm taking the team to the championship, for crying out loud. Yeah, so dance helps me with the chassés and the pliés and the assemblés and some of the grand jetés. So you'll probably be seeing a bit of that on the court today. And you know, many of my students think that I really only just dance and paint and do theater, but actually at night I go home and I shoot hoops. So yeah, watch out, guys.